It's a glass, cocksucker.
Thank you for a glass, cocksucker. So we just watched season 1, episode 9 of Deadwood. No other sons or daughters. A very manly episode and a manly drink to celebrate. Captain Morgan.
You can't be the captain.
You can't beat the captain. No. So why don't you describe the events of No Other Sons or Daughters?
Okay. So, back to my normal squeaky whiny voice.
Yeah.
The camp is given an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Laws
Yes.
are drawing in. So to annexation of the camp.
Yes, the camp is going to be annexed. That's why Claggett came. He was the guy in the beginning.
Yes.
And they have the ultimatum, yes, to decide whether to bribe everyone or to form a ad hoc version of government.
Yes.
In order to be not a government because that would be too formal, but an informal one, so they don't get crushed when America encroaches on Deadwood.
Yes.
Yes.
And they decide to go with the sham.
Yes.
So all the townspeople all have fake titles. In the best one, E.B. is assigned to be Mayor.
Mayor E.B.
Mayor E.B.
Yes.
And then the very next shot of Mayor E.B. is getting a hand job from an old fat-looking prostitute, which is just brilliant.
Yes.
Bullock is... What's Bullock?
Bullock doesn't do much in this episode.
No, sorry, I mean like what like...
Oh, it doesn't really matter.
No, it's they're all given like...
They're all given phony titles.
Free gratis.
Free gratis.
Free
Yes.
gratis. Free fucking gratis.
Yes, they're all given a phony law. So there's lots of subplots. The main plot is there's a phony government enacted.
Yep. So then also Sai's very unmarried band of followers are dealing with the aftermath of the murder of Kirsten Bell and her brother. Joni wants to move out on her own into the Cerberus place.
Yep.
And Sai's
Eddie Crane,
who's apparently a pedophile.
Yes.
Who sleeps with little boys.
Yep.
He's shook up because his faith has been completely shook up by Sai murdering those children in cold blood.
Yes.
And in probably the best scene of the episode, I think, Sai directly confronts Eddie.
Yes.
Basically saying, if you were that room with a little boy, what would you do?
That does have the best line ever in it, which is where Eddie goes, "You're beating a dry well. Well, the you put some lube or spit in it."
Oh yeah, you put some fat on it. yeah.
Yes.
So what else?
So Charlie wears a frock coat.
Oh yeah.
Charlie starts utter freight. His freight postal business.
Yes. Clarity Jane gets into an even deeper drunken stupor than ever,
and
leaves
Deadwood
town. Yes.
I believe she doesn't come back in the season.
Oh yeah.
I think she's in season 2, but I can't really. It's been like a year and a bit since I watched it.
Okay.
But I think she leaves for this season.
Okay.
Yes.
The doc finally gets around to checking out the preacher who's descending into madness.
Yes.
His seizures getting worse, bitter, constant. So I think that's all of them.
Yes, I'm going to call it. This, I think, is the best episode so far.
Oh.
I thought it was just classic moment after classic moment.
Yeah.
It was great. It began great as well. So last episode ended with Trixie and Al in bed. This opens directly after.
Oh yeah.
And Al giving... so Deadwood has a lot of people giving essentially monologues. Trixie doesn't respond. And so it begins with a brilliant Al monologue.
Yeah.
A positive one about how change is coming, and it's a much softer side to Al right from the beginning, I think.
Yeah. Especially in comparison to what Sai gets up to in this episode.
Yes.
What a dick.
Yes. Would you say he's the biggest villain in Deadwood?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, Sai is horrible.
Yes.
I've said before with Al is also horrible, but he at least understands the depravity of mankind and wants to help those people. Like he wants to help the freaks and the weirdos, and he wants to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Even though, for example, that cleaning lady is absolutely fucking useless.
Yeah.
He still keeps her, just because she's got no one else, and Al's service provides that.
Yeah.
But Si's horrible. Like that scene where he directly confronts Eddie.
Yeah.
Basically saying, forget about it, move on. You're a pedophile, so what right do you have to say about the murdering of innocent children?
Yeah.
It's a horrible scene. I really just wanted to see Eddie just beat the shit out of Si.
Yeah.
Because he's so verbally abusing him so bad, but obviously he doesn't do it. He just kind of walks away.
Yeah.
Really hard scene to watch. I mean, also that great scene where Jodie walks past the pig pen.
Oh,
She's the clothes of Kristen Bell and her brother being eaten by the pigs.
Yes.
Which I forgot was a plot point that the pigs eat people.
Yes.
Which is really good.
There's a really great shot in this that I didn't pick up until after watching this, which is they have a town meeting halfway through. That's sort of like the centerpiece of the episode.
Complete with the cans of peaches.
With the cans of peaches,
which Al seems really impressed by.
Yes.
He's really happy that he's got tinned fruit. I really like that little detail.
Yes.
Because I imagine that would have been a luxury back in those days.
It would have been
preserved canned fruit.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Yes.
And that's if last time we had a big town meeting, everybody calm down, we got canned peaches. Woo, yeah, canned peaches. That's just a really good little detail, I think.
There's a great shot where Al gives a little line about how we're all civilized men who put our pants on before walking out. And what the camera does is it's over the shoulder of Si.
Oh yeah.
And it's out of focus, and it's on of him, and it goes to Al. And when he says civilized men, it focuses on Si.
Yeah.
Almost to contradict that.
Yeah, and Si's kind of looking away a little bit
Yes.
Because obviously the last episode he oversaw the torture and murder of some poor children. Sure, they stole from him.
Yes.
Or tried to steal from him.
Yeah.
They probably didn't deserve to get tortured and murdered.
No, nobody would deserve.
No one deserves that.
Yes. So the theme of the episode, all the subplots and the main plot seem to be all about the future of the camp.
Yeah.
Sort of building, again, the main concept of the show is building order from chaos.
Yeah.
So we can see that most directly, obviously, in that idea of the town needing a government in order to move forward.
And all the old gunslingers are all basically selling out and hanging up the guns. So Wild Bill Hickok's followers, what's the guy called who opens up a freight business?
Charlie Adder. Yes.
Yeah, so he completely just gives up on his gunslinging ways and becomes a man of business.
Yes.
While Calamity Jane can't take change. Yes. She doesn't want to change. She wants to stick to her ways, so she just drinks.
Well, in the heartbreaking line where she goes, she can't stay drunk around Wild Bill Hickok, but she can't stay sober, which is meant to explain why she leaves.
Oh yeah.
So yes.
So she can't cope with this changing world, this world that's being kind of updated around her, while Charlie kind of sells out. And,
yes.
The old West is dying.
The old West is dying,
basically. The time of gunslingers is over.
Yes, this is the time of commerce and government and
the railways coming.
The railways are coming. Yes.
If you want a really good other western that does that really well, Once Upon a Time in the West.
That's yes.
That's the prime example of one where literally commercialisation is coming because a railway is being built through the town, and it's all these old legends are all dying and they're all becoming horrible sellouts, and we all join the trade industry, and the only ones left are Henry Fonda and Charles Bronson.
Yes.
And we have to duke it out.
Yes.
And that's the final amazing gunfight scene. And then the even people who were seen as being low down in society, what's she called? The prostitute in
Claudia Cardinal.
That's it. Yeah. She ends up becoming almost the helper of the camp.
Yeah.
She helps the workers put down the train tracks. But that's a good example of the Western that does the death of the West, and Deadwood is kind of touching upon it.
A
little bit. I always like those kind of things because basically they serve as being really good commentaries on commercialisation and big business and selling out and all that kind of all that deep shit, man.
Yes. Well, that's, as we say, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about order coming from chaos. And even the Joni storyline is all about she wants to move out on her own, even though it's probably unrealistic, and as you can see, that might cause some kind of problem with Sai.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, but so she's seen this sort of hellish beating of that child and trying to move forward from that.
Yeah.
Because the show, in a way, is more positive than negative. Because the people who try and move forward, like Charlie Utter, seems more a happier person than Calamity Jane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he's willing to move forward instead of going in the past. He's willing to move forward, and that's almost a reason why Wild Bill died. Because he couldn't move forward. He just had to stay.
Well, that's it. Like Wild Bill couldn't find a place in this kind of new society. You know, he can't be like a legendary hero anymore. So he spends all his time gambling away his fortune and just getting drunk.
Yes.
Like almost Wild Bill Hickok has seen the future.
Yeah.
But his followers haven't. And obviously his followers are kind of just following like, oh yeah, Wild Bill, you're amazing. But Wild Bill has seen the future, he's seen what is coming, and he just
doesn't want to
just gives up. Yeah, he doesn't want any power, he just gives up.
Yeah.
Oh, a revelation about Bullock in this episode.
Oh yes.
Turns out he's married to his brother's widow.
Yeah.
And his son is actually his brother's son.
Yes.
So it's, as you said, it's a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
Which just gives more credence to my theory that Bullock is gay.
Yes.
Or at least uninterested in women.
Yeah.
He's very cold and awkward, and I can't wait to see him interacting with Anna Gunn. That's really interesting.
Yes. Well, the second season is stunning, and that's one of the reasons, because you get to see more of. Because one of the very, very, very minor quibbles with season 1 is that Bullock doesn't really do much.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying all along, haven't we?
Yes. I would say pretty much that's my only real... It's not even a problem, really, because they don't... I think the problem would be if they focused on him and he was boring.
Yeah, he's not a boring character, he's just a bit... he's just angry.
He's just angry, yes.
He seems to have cooled off in these latest 2 episodes, but particularly at the start, he just seems angry. He never kind of quite clear on his kind of motivation, I think, at the start. But that's minor, really, because he's still an interesting character. He's got, you know, dimensions to him. He's not rubbish.
No.
He's just not as interesting as like Al or Calamity Jane or Wild Bill Hickok
or Sai.
Or any of the other characters.
Yes.
Or even Mrs. Garrett or Trixie or whatever. I could go on. Basically, all the other characters are interesting except for are more interesting than Bullock.
Yes. Also, what this episode does is throw up a lot of interesting sort of character combinations.
Oh yeah.
The show is moving forward a lot. Season 2 and 3 do this a lot, where they put characters in sort of combinations you wouldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Would you have thought that before this episode that Charlie Utter and Joni would
have a conversation?
Yes, they build more of a relationship, but they're sort of, even at that point you can sense there's going to be something there between them, like a begrudging respect, because they both obviously followed a charismatic man.
Yes,
and sort of that kind of thing there.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're building a bit more of that. Also the revelation that Al is wanted for murder.
Oh yes.
And there's a warrant out on him, giving more reason for why he would want Deadwood to be the way it is.
Yes,
lawless.
Yeah.
Yes. He's the town leader again.
He steps up.
Claggett sees him. He organises the meeting.
I love the scenes where he's going around trying to like recruit everybody for the meeting. You gotta make a mind in 2 hours. And like he's got like a banging headache because he's drunk like 27 cups of coffee and he's been outside too much. He's like, oh fuck.
Well, I think it's actually, you mentioned this while we were watching it. I think it's meant to be sort of, you meant to notice this is the first time he's really been out of the bar. Yeah,
I said that. I was like, oh, it's weird seeing him like outside and walking about. Maybe the episode actually comments on that because he's like, oh man, I've been outside too much.
Yes.
But he doesn't really do much about it. It's quite rare that he leaves his vantage point.
Yeah.
Also, this one, he's been threatened even more by the rise of Deadwood, of commercialisation of Deadwood, because literally Charlie Utter's side is blocking his view.
Yeah.
Literally, like the future of the town is facing him.
Yeah.
Literally, it's on his doorstep, and he needs to take action. Otherwise, it could be shit for him basically. So, that's a good visual metaphor.
It is.
The future of the town is directly facing him.
Yes.
It's right there in front of him. It's
great.
great.
There were lots of sort of interesting visual stuff here. Another one that wasn't really very subtle was Soulstar and Trixie. Another combination that's getting in this.
Yes.
They have that conversation and they're directly, and Al is right between them.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was a good composition. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's implied that the horrible loveless monster of the first episode, Al, actually cares about Trixie.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. As we can, well, the last, almost the last scene is where he's talking to Trixie, saying, "You make me $5." She goes, "No," and he still takes her in anyway.
Yeah.
It's implied again that she's sort of one of his beloved freaks.
His beloved freaks, his cavalcade of freaks and weirdos.
Yes.
He also promotes one of his useless members to like a higher up position.
Yeah.
Well, what does he do?
He promotes him. He was going to start his own freight business with the guy who he murdered in episode 2. And Persimmon Phil.
Yeah.
He was murdered because he was involved. I believe it's incredibly difficult to understand because it's just names rather than faces. But Persimmon Sam, I believe, was the person who was killed in episode 2, so he didn't have to kill the child.
Oh.
And then he was going to promote his lackey who isn't Dorothy Dan to that position.
Okay.
As it's really dense. There's so much of this to get when you've watched it over and over again. Just because it's so dense to understand who each character is.
It's so dense. There's so many things going on.
There is. It's incredible the level of detail HBO allowed them to get away with. Yes. So yes, lots and lots of different things going on in here. I think this is an easy 10.
Easy 10, yeah. Another easy 10.
It's funny. The language, the dialogue is philosophical and deep without feeling like it's writerly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get to see Evie's cum face.
You get to see Evie's cum face. You get to see him become mayor.
That's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
Yeah.
Even there's so many lines in it that are just, they feel like tossed off lines, but they're actually getting deep to the heart of the themes.
Yeah.
Like as soon as EB becomes mayor, he says like, what is the purpose of a government if not to charge? He says like as opposed to charging services, the main purpose of a government is to take money from its citizens.
Yeah.
Just a tossed off comment of him is like to the heart of sort of what the show is trying to say.
Yeah.
About commerce and service, and it's amazingly well written.
Yes.
It's just another easy 10.
Easy 10.
Great, my favourite episode of season 1 so far, and from what I remember, each episode is better than the last going forward until the absolutely stunning last episode. I believe Sold and the Sin.
Sold for Sin.
Yes, so easy 10, innit?
Easy 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch Deadwood.
Just watch it already.
Yes.
Or watch Paint Your Wagon.
Paint Your Wagon.
In 10 parts.
In 10 parts.
With Clint Eastwood singing. Gonna paint a wagon, gonna paint it good.